Good morning, everybody. G'day, Winston, first in the house. Well done, mate. Okay, so whilst I wait for a few more to get in, I'll let you know what's going on as far as I'm concerned with our market right now. I've had a couple of days down. My fatigue's hit me pretty hard, so I haven't actually been active in the market until yesterday when I started to have a look. I've had a look this morning, and there is a bit to consider, really. It's been a nice little drive up on Bitcoin, and I'll go into the detail in just a second, but I've got to say, first and foremost, go ahead, Matty. Um, this is brought to you by FTX. So they sponsor this, so I can do it. And yeah, if you haven't got your trading account with FTX, please do. Open the link in the description, or open the description. You'll see there's 10% off your trading fees there that you can get access to. That just means you get a discount on your trading, and helps us too. Yeah, so in the description below, 10% off your trading fees. Click the link, away you go, and also how to go long, short, and manage your risk and raise your orders too. So it's a very valuable bit of information there in the description. So, Bitcoin, what's up? Well, it's done pretty much what I was hoping for it to do and what I suggested earlier in the week. With that, push up and then a pullback. We do have two candles pulling back. That does subsequently give us a higher low on the daily. It looks really nice. Higher low, higher high. Yesterday's statement move of 7.8% is really what I was after. We had one over here of that 10%. We've had another big move here. And, we're breaking the high of that yesterday's candle already, which is really, really positive. I'll have a look at Binance. I'll have a look at ETH. G'day, Sally. Didn't you? Oh, I missed it, Winston. Sorry, mate. Missed it. Thanks, Michael. G'day, Phil. Yeah, pretty solid move there. And look at the weekly too. I speak about this cradle zone often. That pullback came in. We're already up 18%. Now, given that we do still have, pretty much 72 hours until that candle closes, it's a pretty solid move thus far, and it's really bounced back in a big way. Now it's about trying to position ourselves to get on margin positions with the FTX platform to get our bags filled with more. So with the 4 hour, this is the 2 hour. With the 4 hour, we've got just a low to high. That kind of killed any sort of view of a pullback. You can see it there. Yes, there's a higher low. The 12 hour really represents the higher low a lot clearer and cleaner. What I'm sort of willing to do is on the lower time frames, I am willing to be trading Bitcoin on these lower time frames in the long direction, which is going higher. But I want to see the cyclicity come in. It started. Don't get me wrong. A clean pullback in might give me an opportunity here, but if it does keep cycling through with clean pullbacks, that's where the opportunity is really going to be for me on Bitcoin. It's not ready for me just yet. That being said, here is the watch list that I put together after doing a full perpetual scan this morning. By the way, if you want to get that full perp list here, these are all your margin pairs. Look, there are some that I haven't got in there yet because there's not enough data there for me to really put them in there. There's got to be enough data there for me to actually be able to trade from it. Go, David. So if you want to get that list and any of the other lists that I have out there, you just got to go to tradercobb.com. If you've already got your account, if you've already got access to the free course, or even better, the Become a Master course where you get the 3 strategies, then you'll get the watch list in there as well. Just go to the My Accounts tab and you'll pull that down. You'll be able to see those watch lists there as well. It just makes life a bit easier if you grab mine. And don't forget, guys, please do like, share, subscribe, and turn on your notifications if you like this. It does make a big difference to the channel, and I do appreciate it. So please like, share, and subscribe to this YouTube. Okay, so Pancake Swap. Here's one on the list. Look at that daily. It's been a fantastic run. I mean, look at the from the last pullback there. It's 100%. It's moved up 100%. So a very strong trend. Now, if it doesn't pull back on the daily, it may give us something on these time frames. And I'm really interested here at the moment on the 8 hour. Given it's going to take some time for that to pull back, if it is to pull back, but I just like the structure of this chart. Get me back into this region in the cradle zone for a small bullish candle. Now, that could be tonight, that could be tomorrow morning. I don't know when that will be or if it will even happen. But the 8 hours of first time frame I'm looking at there. If that fails, I'll go to the 12 hour. If that fails, I'll wait for that daily. So just working those time frames, they've all got good trends, and it's just a matter of waiting for the opportunity to arise and then striking when it does. Alpha. Gaining some good momentum there on that daily as well yesterday with a 20% day. The 4-hour chart here, we got a higher low, another little pullback here, not as strong as this pullback, but the trend is there. The trend is set, and I'd love to see it pull back into roughly around these old, through here. Bit of old resistance there. It's got to pull back in to give me the opportunity. It's not done that just yet, but if it does, then yeah, I'm on it. Second to that, if it doesn't pull back at all and it does continue to move higher, then for me, really, it will be looking at these lower time frames. That's if it goes through, if this is a higher low and it pushes to higher highs, looking for pullbacks into those regions. And if it was to be able to if it was to happen, back to that $2 mark, pullbacks in and around those round numbers are things I really, really like. But for the time being, alpha, a pullback in on the 4. Alt perp also performing quite nicely there, as you can see on this daily. It's really gained some momentum. So just looking at this now, higher low, higher high, pull back into that cradle zone on that 4. The 2-hour, look, I'd consider it, but it'd have to be a decent, it'd have to come back in relatively sharp. It's the 4-hour that I like the most, and alt perp is on the 4. Exchange perp, very similar there, guys. Pulling back into roughly around this region here. I'll just knock a line in there. It's not an exact point, but you can see a little bit through here. A nice clean pullback into there. Once again, on that 4-hour would represent opportunity for me. The 2-hour, with that little pullback there, it's kind of ruled itself out for me. So it's the 4 back into that level, and that would again be something for later on this afternoon, maybe. When I say maybe, it's got to pull back, right? And it's got to set up. Mid cap, again, this thing runs. Look at it. Look at this. When it gets going, does it get going or what? Great index for trading. I love mid perp. I love a lot of these perp contracts actually they're an index, like a grouping. They just trend really well when the market gets going. So I'm very keen here. Now, as far as what time frame, it can be tricky sometimes. If the 30-minute comes in and gives me a bullish candle in the cradle, I'd consider it, but it hasn't done much on the. Oh no, I would consider that. Let me just go through them. The 1-hour coming back in nicely would be pretty good too. Hey, Joanne. And that 2-hour, not so much. So we're kind of looking at the 1-hour and the 30 there. I'll have a quick look at the 15 too. Yeah, it could be all right on that. Look, the fact of the matter is I'm undecided because the chart hasn't presented me enough just yet. It's a fantastic trend that's kicking off right now, and I'm waiting for my opportunity. I just don't know what time frame it's going to come. It will be below the 4-hour though. Now, I had Ray in this morning looking at this candle, but I'm going to take that out now. I don't love it as much. It's not the smallest of candles. Sure, it is there, don't get me wrong, but it's quite a large candle with an entry there and a stop loss down there. So I'm actually going to drop that one out and go to shitperp. With shitperp, we do have it coming out of that consolidation range right now. Little pullbacks along the way. If I go lower again, you'll look at this 1-hour and you'll see a beautiful cradle right there. Well, I'd like to replicate that, but up here somewhere. That 1-hour looks really, really nice. Even the half-hour, if it came back down into this region, would be something that I would certainly consider that. So again, the lower time frames here on shitperp, as that 4-hour cyclicity starts to come back, as that market starts to move, and we know when it moves, it can move very, very well. So it's just a matter of trying to, get that opportunity early days and let the thing run. So again, another one in the list there that I'm keeping a close eye on. Now this is a bit of a bugger. SKL perp. I had an order in on this morning. The 4-hour and the 2-hour, entry above there, stop below. That was the sort of thing I was looking at. The 2-hour's now rinsed, but the 4-hour, it's still very much looking good. Look where it is, straight back into that cradle zone. If I throw a Fibonacci in, David, I am aware that I do have an email in there, mate. I got a couple. Like I said, I missed my flight from Noosa the other day because my fatigue just hit me so hard. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't really get up. So I'm still quite fatigued. So once I've got my head back on, because I get brain fog, that's when I'll get through those emails, mate. But yes, I will be going through that when I get my head back, really. Pull back into this region. It's in the right spot. A bullish candle there. SKL later on would be superb. SXP, well, doesn't it just keep on roaring? Look at that move. Jeez, what have we got here? Yeah, look at the cyclicity here. Really, really nice. Would I go to 15? A little bit messy there on the 15 at the moment. That 1-hour. It depends how the half hour plays out. I mean, this has just kind of gone bang straight up. I was hopeful to see it pull back in a little bit more this morning, but obviously had other ideas. If it slows down a bit, a pull back into the cradle zone, again, that would be really, really nice to work. It's a little bit messy here on the 15 too, just because of that. But another one that's definitely on the radar there, guys. So, yeah, some awesome trends in place. Bitcoin, of course, now with that daily higher low here, as you can see, it's played out exactly how I would hope it played out. So the daily trend's there now. I'm just waiting for a little bit more cyclicity, and there's a whole lot in the marketplace right now that is this close to looking really, really good. So with a little bit of luck this afternoon, with a bit more pushed through with the market, we may get some absolute, we may have a massive lift. So keep an eye on the charts. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications, please. I would really appreciate that. It does help. And this is brought to you by FTX. So if you haven't got your FTX account, click on the link in the description for 10% off your trading fees, how to raise your orders for long, short, and how to manage your risk there. So important stuff. And if you want my watch lists, like for example, the whole FTX PERP list here, you can go and get that rather than having to put it together yourself. Just go to tradercobb.com, register for either the free or paid course. Either one will get you access to the My Accounts tab, and that's where you can download this full list. So it makes it a bit easier for you to follow through with me. Guys, have a fantastic weekend. I'm going to get some more rest as I am still a little bit tired. And I'll let you know if anything else happens. Have a fantastic one, guys. Take it easy and back full energy, hopefully,